real cover?
I don't understand. Clean or dirty?
They feel what they don't understand, right? New religion. Where the nuns come clean or dirty. Came out with money, came back with more. Enough for a store.
Well, the real cover is a cat from the Bronx. I was born and raised in the Bronx. Well, in Harlem too, because I've been in Harlem a lot of times in my life.
What was your childhood like?
Well, growing up, I grew up with my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, God bless the dead, who passed away, and my father. My father did 25 years in jail. And so like when I was 15, I was already growing up with my moms and all that. They always had like DJ equipment and stuff like that I was always break the needles and stuff like that. And I just was in the groove with it. And my cousin too, God bless the dead, who used to play like music out of the courtyard. But at that time was more like Jam On It and songs like One More Shot. It was like the transition, and then, you know, you heard the Rapper's Delight and all that, and he used to bring tapes, me being a kid and having my cousins playing the kind of music. So I kind of been around when hip hop was coming up. So that's who Cover is. But there's more to that, but that's who he is.
How did you get the name Cover?
Well, Cover comes from back in the days too. Like, we used to do graffiti. Well, I used to write on trains. My tag name was Cover. Cover C.O.D. You know what I mean?
Cover was Remo and B Street. Shit, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Cover, baby.
But that's how I got the name, from doing graffiti.
Talk to me about Clean or Dirty.
Clean or Dirty, man, that's the crew, man. COD's always been a part of us. We've been around since the graffiti days, the culture. And Clean or Dirty used to be a graffiti crew, and we still do graffiti. My team used to do art directing for Hype Williams. So we always had the place to know where the places was to do video shoots at those times. And we would bomb the area. And then you will see our name on all the videos, like the COD team, like everywhere, from the Wu-Tang, from Boys to Men, from Brandy, all those videos that were coming out from Hype and Classic Concept. We were there to like do art direction, and we kind of got famous from doing things like that. Clean or Dirty has dabbled in everything from clothing line, designing for Rockaware, designing for Shady, designing for so many. My team, Clean or Dirty, we on the moment, man. We living for now. And, you know, for our babies, for what's going on now, man. I can't, you know, I'm happy to be talking about what we did, because it was been a long ride. But we hoping that we can make a book about it or something. Maybe some, and the story ain't over. So that's what it means, you know what I mean? So that we happy about that the story ain't over. We still got a lot to do.
To be continued.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another one of these probably in another year or two, and we'll talk about where we at then.
How long have you been in the music business?
About 25 years ago, I had to deal with Tommy Boy Records, and then we had to deal with Def Jam Records. I actually found my deal in Harlem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met Ski on 110th Street, Ski Beats, who did like all Jay-Z's music. He was my first producer that ever caught me in the streets. He seen me on, a matter of fact, on 110th Street in Lexington, and we was out there doing what we were doing. And he heard me spitting in the cypher and pulled me over and said, yo, I never heard really a Puerto Rican rapper like that. Like at that time, you know, because at that time it was like Curious George and like, you know, shout outs to my man Main One, you know what I mean, Shampoo, because they were all around at that time. They were like the only Puerto Ricans. There wasn't many Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? So when we came up, it was just right before Pun and all that. That was about 95. And Ski just put me on, man. The first song I ever did with him got picked up. I didn't even know what it is to shop a deal. The deal shot me. So, because being with Ski and having his credential that he was making so many songs, like he already had Jay-Z under the belt, Camp Lo. He had a repertoire of a lot of music. So I guess me just being there at the right time, people wanted to find out what I had, so they gave me a deal too, you know? I appreciate you, Ski.
All right, so let's talk about Black Rob.
Well, Black Rob is my bro. I know him from being in Harlem, like I said, like around like my young boy who he's actually on our label too with Bad Manners. Shout out Rock City, shout out Brock Out, G-Dep, man. We all grew up in the same area. Them a little more than me because I came from the Bronx to Manhattan. They were already there, Starsky, all of them, you know what I mean? But we grew up to be real close friends, and there was a time that he even stood with me. That's when we made the album, and there is an album out, you know, besides all the circus stuff that you're hearing out of everywhere now, trying to claim that. I just wanted to put my man to rest, you know what I mean, and not talk extra. I just always want to keep the good things going on for him, you know what I mean? Because everybody's already out here trying to get a piece of whatever they can. But we genuine over here, and we really not here to talk out of character. But there is another album, and when the forces that be that can make that album come out, and it gets to his family, right, that's when they'll hear it. But besides that, I guess it'll just be what everybody think is a myth. But the truth is, there is a Black Rob album. Word up. Shout out to his family. My condolences to Lil Rob, to all his kids. I love y'all to death. Uncle Cub is here anytime y'all need him. And the whole team is here anytime. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we want to just keep him with his legacy like that. Because Black Rob was like, whoa, you know what I mean? We just did actually a tribute to him by D Chambers and Brock Out, which was his little bro. We did it in front of his building, in front with all his family. And we just shot the video and it's done. And we're putting it out. Actually, probably by the time this drops, it's already rocking. So keep an eye. It's called World is Different, starring Starsky. He's on the hook, D Chambers, and my man Brock Out. Shout out to the whole Jefferson, man. Shout out to my team, man. Bad manners.
C.O.D.